Ah, the original tender engines. To connect the tender with a really fragile, exposed wire. Gee, if only there was a way to make the engine powered by its engine and not have it be connected to the tender. Well, there it is! The flat motor. And wow, look at Donald. It could be disconnected from its tender and run. Gee, I hope this will be all tender engines designs going forward. What the heck is this? Tender powered engines. Is it good? Or is it an abomination to motorized kind? First, why did tender powered engine model came to be? Well, there's one true answer. Making it tender powered makes the designers have full range to make character model really detailed, like more paint, functions, and accurate wheels. But it comes at a cost. For one, is that it needs the tender or coach to move around, but it can be disconnected. But the character can't move unless it's pushed, unlike the Scottish twins here. And there's someone hated in the community for reasons. One of the main reasons is that it makes this tender too big, or that why couldn't they make it engine powered? And that the said designers just got lazy on designing the motor to fit on the engine and just shoved it on the tender. And another reason is that these type of models tend to derail quite a bit. Because, well, it's a model being pushed. It's dummy model is just being like pushed along, so it will be highly likely chance of being derailed, and it will also hinder performance because of this. Unlike the models that have the motor in the front. But which characters got this treatment, and did they ever got a normal engine power release? Well, let's start with the one who started them all, Harvey. For being the first coach-powered engine, and it's not bad. Sure, he's a little small. It looks good. And the works coach is amazing. Now, did had an engine-powered version and a Trackmaster Revolution range with the helpful Harvey pack. And it's alright. It can actually hold something on the crane arm. And of course, being engine-powered. But that's the cost of him being fat. But unlike the original one, it doesn't look out of place as much. I mean, he is supposed to be a big engine and not a small little teeny weeny engine. But both versions are great. You can't go wrong with either. Next is Emily. Now this actually looks good, and honestly, I think it's perfect. Sure, the tender is big, but come on, it's not that bad. What is bad is the Trackman Revolution model. Holy fuck, why does he look like that? Anyways, there's 3 models of the tender powered Emily. The Tommy one with bronze buffers, the Fisher Price one with silver buffers and white side rods, and then the later Fisher Price slash knockoff with the traction tire just replaced by plastic. Yeah, you can already tell which one's the better one here. Sure, they can easily fit a motor in there, but you know what? Yeah, maybe it's not as bad if we put it out to be. Moving on to Murdoch. Now this is a model that fully benefits it on being tender powered. The amount of details on this engine is amazing, and the many wheels he have just wow. And the big tender just don't look out of place here. Sure, he has static side rods, but I would take it for this beautiful model. Sadly, we never got an engine powered version. Oh well. Still love it. Next is Molly. And she looks good, but her tender is huge. And if you want to be more critical, she looks like the same size as Edward, which means she could have easily had a motor in the engine. Why did they make her tender powered? Like, she's not as heavily detailed like Murdoch, or had a play feature like Harvey. It's just weird. But it's not as weird as Fisher Price release. Just that removed the painted running board and made our eyes facing forward. But funny enough, she's the only tender powered engine to have an RC version made. But in an RC version, they put the motor on the front. Huh? Wait, so you're telling me you could have made her use engine power this entire time? What? Huh? And yeah, and then she was never seen again. Sad, I know. Then Mighty Mag came along, and this is what I'm talking about. A good play feature at the cost of it being tender power. Now the model is one of a kind. So it has a play feature that makes you choose who will be pulling the coaches. You can flip the model to make Mighty or Mac, which justifies having it be a coach powered engine. And also the cost of it, well, losing its side rods. But yeah, this is a coach powered engine done right. Now moving on to Hank, and this man is a good model too. It is the same as like Murdoch, a character that actually benefits a lot of painted details and motor details, which is cool, but it comes at a cost. Since he's so long because of this, and also has cow catchers, he sometimes or will get stuck in some set pieces. But don't worry, because here comes Fisher Price to give us a new Hank model, an engine powered model. And wow, it is amazing. But as you can see, he has less painted detail, he is shorter as well as his tender, so at least now he can go without getting stuck in some set pieces. Both models are great in their own way. Either like the Hit Toys one because, well, it's bigger and more, painted. Or you may like the Fisher Price one because it's, well, more smaller, it has engine power so it won't be hindered by performance, and of course not being a menace on the railway and just getting stuck. Now moving on to Steven, where the Bolero model is tender powered. Now the engine model is great. He is small, which is accurate, and nice painted details. When you look at the tender, and it just ruins the model. But Fisher Price already made an engine powered version. Sure, he's, less painted and bigger, but man, this model is just better than the other one. Yeah, this is a better model. The Tomy one is fine, only if the original Trackmaster one didn't exist. More talkative Thomas and Percy. So these models are weird, like really weird. So instead of being wired to a piece of rolling stock, this time they made them coach powered. So Thomas is being pushed by Annie, and Percy just reuses Harvey's coach. And the engine model is the one that has the talking components. Because of this, Thomas has buttons that can be pressed by hand or the set piece it came with. Not sure if Percy has the same features, but they do both respond to movement, like slope, which is cool. But the main Thomas model is just weird. He has a 3D gold whistle, which is a first. Not sure if it is the only one, but also both faces are weird. Like, why did he look like that? What happened? Why are they scared or are they like pissed? Huh? Later they redid the line, making the ends just normal models and just added details on the eyes and made the rolling stock or tender the talking component, which is better, but it means we lose some playability. So with the Motorized continuing forward, the need to make a tender powered engine is just not really needed. Even before the Trackmaster 2 takeover, Fisher Price was starting to like the flat motor because they use this a lot. To the point they just redesigned the original cast to, well, work on this motor. And with Trackmaster 2 and Motorized, with the unified chassis came along. And the same with Playrail with their own unified chassis. Although, they still make both Emily and Stevenson. Those are only 2 models that are engine powered, and the new characters never got the tender powered treatment. Although I feel like some characters will actually benefit from this, like Theo, Glenn, Samson. But hey, at least the designers now actually have to try to make a good looking model. God damn it, what the hell is this?